What's up, guys? Here with another video, and in this video I have to make a very important message, to myself, and I decided, to share on YouTube, right? Because I guess like this is a serious problem, that I just, noticed it for years after years, and still, like I have to end this like indefinitely, right? Like this cannot drag on like forever, right? And it is not good, right? And you can see by its title, based on the title, right? What I'll be talking about throughout this video. Because if I you know, keep, this old routine up again and again, then it is a recipe, for my destruction, right? And what do you mean by destruction? If I self-destruct, that means I'll never be successful. I will always fail in life, and like it just have to stop, at this point, right? Like I definitely, need a new changes, right? A new change, new Vince, have to be better than this, and cannot be the same old guy over and over again. And every year, there seems to be a problem, right? So yeah, man. There's just, one specific problem, that's just, prevent me from being successful, right? I know that, things will change eventually, and I just have to learn how to adapt. And yeah, being the same old self, with bad routine over and over again, it's just not gonna get me anywhere, to be very honest, right? So the purpose of the video is that I really need to stop being the old Vince, right? Really, man. I mean, it is 2021 already, and nothing has changed yet, right? I mean, I've been making videos like, oh, like be the new Vince and be the old Vince, or be whatever Vince it is. The new Vince has to be, has to be much better than the old Vince. Has to be. Every time, because when I become an old Vince, everybody keeps complaining at me, man. Like, you need to do better, you need to, stop doing this, stop doing that. Exactly, man. I feel like this has been going on for years, and this is why, a lots of fingers are pointing at me, right? Yeah, because let's just... This is a common sense things, man, okay? I have to speak for the real truth, and this is actually real, right? And this is actually very, valid and accurate, right? Let's say that if fingers are pointing at you, and if you go everywhere, if you see problems, or if you have problem with people, problem with, everything, that means that you must be the problem, right? If you walk around and just see problems everywhere, right? Just in general, right? I think that's what's been happening to me, a lot in the past. Not just this year, but many years, before, this happened, or this video was uploaded to this YouTube channel, right? I think a lots of time in the past, a lot of people, are having a difficult time with me, right? Due to my, behavior issues. And I feel like this has kept repeating again and again and again, and this has to stop. And yeah, and when a lot of people don't like me, when a lot of people want to avoid me, that means I must be the problem, right? So comment below and hit like this video, like if I'm making this statement correct, right? I'm pretty sure it's correct, and I can see the problem, myself too. Don't even have to ask anybody. No matter how many years has passed by, by just keep being the old Vince, like the same result just keep happening again and again and again, like, and it just keeps getting worse, right? You're never gonna be successful and all stuff, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, whatever problem you see right now in general, and like you just definitely have to change right now, or discuss it with someone, that can actually help you, right? I mean, yeah, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, if you keep seeing the same problem, that means that you're definitely not improving and you're definitely not seeing the problem, right? First of all, you have to define, what the problem is. And second of all, you have to be successful is that once you know the problem, then you have to solve it, ASAP. So that way, you don't put a recipe, put yourself in the recipe, for destruction, right? My mind, needs to stop blocking, from being the newer, version of Vince, right? It has to stop. Well, only in a good way, right? To be specific, right? And I know why, the old Vince has been causing a lot of problems, lately, right? And now, I decided, like, this has to end, this year. I don't care, how many years has passed by, like, it's never gonna change, and it's never gonna get better, right? So later in the video, I will be comparing, the old Vince, into and the new Vince, right? How are they different, right? And why is clearly the new Vince is actually better than the old Vince, right? And I'll explain you like what's the old Vince, problem in the past, right? So the problem, in the past of the old Vince is that, like he has a lots of problem, right? He doesn't stay focused, he annoys people and he causes a lot of problems. He plays video game all the time, gets distracted, and many more other problems, right? And also the old Vince, just caused problem, right? Lots of problems. So I know that he's getting annoying, and no matter like how hard he tries, like he will never beat the new Vince. He'll never beat anybody in terms of general. And I realized that, yeah, like whatever, I'm just saying, man, whenever, you cause a lot of problem for people and you try and be successful, like, there'll just be put a curse on you, right? Yeah, and what happened when there's a curse on you? So if there's a curse on you, like, you cannot be successful, like, no matter, like, how hard you try, no matter, like, whether you don't change your method, like, you can use this bad habit method, like you keep trying and you're never gonna be successful, right? No matter how hard you try, right? That is just the old Vince. And I'll explain you, the negative result of being the old Vince, right? So whereas the new Vince, like he's much smarter, he doesn't cause any problem, like, or at minimum, he always, do goals, to improve himself or become more independent. He makes more good decisions comparing it to, to the old Vince. And whenever I become new Vince, whenever I learn more new things, that means they tend to be more successful, right? Whereas the old Vince, like doesn't want to do anything, and whenever he doesn't do well, like he keeps blaming, on things, that has nothing to do with the problem, right? I say that for example, like I give you example like I'm like how the old Vince, somehow, ignore his problem, right? Let's just say that I don't communicate well. Like I keep blaming on my brain, that you're just being defective, like you're not working at all. If the brain's not working at all, then you won't be working at all. Simple as that. I mean, the reason why you don't communicate well is because, aside from having disability, autism, is because you don't have enough practice. This is the only way to get better, guys. The only way to to get better in certain areas, you just need more practice. You don't live in the free world, so you want to get better, you have to work for it. It's plain old simple, man. The reason why you're not better or you're lacking in areas is because you're not even focusing enough, or either just not enough discipline or practice, right? Yeah, simple as that, man. Simple. I don't think my body has any health issue or something like that. Like there's nothing wrong with me. I think it's my system that's having the problem, for years now, and I just discovered that, like few years ago and decided not to fix it. And I decided like this has to stop, man. This has to stop. Because we know like what happened, when I keep having, this messed up system, in my brain. You know what exactly happens. And when that happens, then nothing is ever gonna change for me. Like nothing is ever gonna get better, right? Yeah. I think a lot of people, that thinks that I'm annoying or that hates me or that dislike me. I think some of them could be wrong, but not all of them has a problem. So they're pointing out saying that my behavior and my system in my brain is having a big issues right now, and it has to stop. And look what happened when I don't do well every year. See? And when I don't do well every year, then people make criticism about me. People, point at me. People look down at me. Look down, This is what happened when you fail so much in life. Like, fingers are just pointing at you, and yeah, people just look down on you all the time, or make fun of you, or yeah, exactly. This is what happened to me, right? Yeah, I know that, like some people want to mock or make fun of me. It's because of, it's because the way I act, in society, right? That was before, definitely before, the pandemic is here, right? I decided, like, if I keep being the old Vince, like people will less trust me of being the new Vince, or people don't even trust me at all. Yeah, because let me tell you the real truth. The more you keep repeating your old self, the more people will believe that you will stick to yourself, as long as you can, right? Yeah, because if you keep sticking the old routine again and again, then people knows like how you behave and how, and so they base they react based on your behavior, right? If you keep being good and do good things all the time, then people will believe in that. And if you keep doing bad things all the time, and people believe bad things that you do all the time, right? Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm just saying, right? Yeah, cause let me tell you that I know that several people that I know have blocked me on social media in the past. Yeah, because they definitely think I have a problem, right? And for sure I have a problem, right? For sure. Right? And yeah, and when like multiple people have blocked you, on social media or in the past, that means that you must be causing problem to for them, or in terms of you definitely have a problem, that definitely need to be fixed. This is the result of being the Ovens. What happened if I keep being the Ovens, again and again, and not only it really annoys me, but I can start losing, a lot more friends, in the future, and I'll just probably, recipe for, disastrous, right? My future's gonna be a disaster, man. That's what I'm seeing, right? And I'm not gonna adapt, to this, world, right? That's exactly what happened, because every year it's gonna get more difficult, or either things are more changing, and I have to adapt based on change. See, now when global pandemic, the last year of normal life was generally in 2019, before the pandemic's here. See, when there's more problem, and if I keep being my old self again and again, then I'm just not gonna survive, right? And also like I can't be my old self because I have to take opportunities that can lead to my successful in life, right? Because that the opportunity is limited, right? And eventually, because I'm 22 years old, like eventually I have to be learn how to be independent, right? I just cannot depend on my parent, or people all the time, like how to take care of myself, right? I need to learn how to take care of myself too. yeah, definitely cannot be, Vince, realizing, on people, all the time. And I got a feeling like I just have to learn, how to become, more dependent. Like I cannot rely on help all the time because yeah, nobody's gonna be around forever, right? And I already explained, in my, previous or old video saying that nobody lives forever, right? Even I don't live forever. Eventually, we have to be gone, right? I mean, look, man, it's okay if you make mistakes in life, but just don't repeat them again and again. And that's the only problem of making mistakes. The only problem is that you shouldn't repeat them. You only make new mistake, or you only make mistake, that should wake you up, right? Of course, if you make no mistake at all, then that will be a bad sign, like saying that you're not learning new things, right? Yeah, learning mistake and exploring the world, or exploring things that you have never done before, it's okay. But repeating the same mistake over and over again, turn that into habit, and that's a recipe for destruction. That is a little recipe, right? Because over time, your brain gets used to it, and it'll keep doing it over and over again, right? Not only I will lose more friends, in the future, or more people are going to be mean to me, or rude to me. I'm also, not gonna. I'm also, gonna die at a much younger age, right? I am being serious, man. I'm being serious, not joking, man. The old Vince is garbage as hell, man. Okay, and he'll be in the last place, to become, a successful person. He always will end up in last place. And just by being open, like I will never sub a 5 minute mile. Never. Never, gonna be independent. Never gonna sub 5 minute mile, and never gonna beat 2020. Never gonna survive in 2020 or the global pandemic, or or much tougher restriction that will come later in life, right? The old Vince has absolutely zero chance of being nobody, right? And I forgot to mention like why I hate being the old Vince, right? Do you know why I hate being the Ovens? Because the Ovens is not being very classic. What do you mean not being very classic? Oh yeah, like whenever like the Ovens does something very successful, or whenever he did something very good. Let's just say that if he became successful and beat people, then he just make fun of them. Saying that you weak, you don't do this. Just make fun of them, saying that that you look like trash. Just making very ridiculous mean comment. And also whenever people piss him off, like he will try to attack somebody, right? Or make them look very bad, or make very inappropriate comment, like whenever he feels very angry or something like that, or people go against him, right? Because of of the way because of his action and behavior, right? Let's be real, man. If I'm the new Vince, and if I become successful, and if I win, then I don't make ridiculous comment. Like I don't like say that, oh, you dumb, you stupid haters are wrong, something like that. I never, nothing like that, man. He's just more classic, and he doesn't make really mean comment. You say that, oh, like I just prove you wrong. That's not mean comment. But if you say that you stupid, you dumb, or whatever that is, then that's the old Vince, man. Right? Yeah, so the new Vince is like much calmer than the old Vince, right? Yeah, and I got your message and feedback from all of you guys, who knows me, who's been following me. I got all your feedback, of my problems, in the past, right? And I'm definitely have to end this, you know it's not just saying it, but I actually have to do it, right? If you say you're gonna do this, or you say you're gonna do that, you actually have to do it, right? And if you do it, then a lot more people start liking your stuff. Like you I think that yeah, to already stop your problem or to be successful in life, like saying is a lot easier than just doing it. And when you do it, and if you say at the same time, then it makes see that's the real key of success, right? Because problem just doesn't disappear on its own, right? You actually have to take action and make it disappear, right? This is exactly what I need to do, right? Obviously, if I become Newbins, like I will beat all my goals, and I start making a lot more new friends, start making more people like me, and all that stuff, right? So yeah, so the biggest difference between old Vince and new Vince is that there's a lot more new Vince fans comparing to the old Vince fan, right? Of course, like whether I'm the new Vince or old Vince, like there's always I always still gonna make friends, right? Yeah, and by being a new Vince, I think the new Vince definitely have a lot more friends comparing to the old Vince and a lot more fans. So let's just imagine this. So I imagine, like I'm just, this another person, and there's just, this Vince guy, right? The new Vince, make everybody happy. I can easily find, the new Vince fans, comparing to the old Vince fan. Like, for me to find, a friend, that's with the old Vince, like it's very hard, right? It's really hard and almost impossible. Or no, yeah, fans of the old Vince at all. Yeah, like where's the old Vince, man? Where's the fan? Where are people that supported him? Oh, they're not here. Exactly, man. They see a lot more people. See, so based on common sense, only people liked, the good guys, right? They never like the bad guys. In the Ovens, he's a bad guy. Like he's a, I don't want to. He's like a pedophile in the past, yeah, because he's been touching a lot of people in the past, and also the Ovens is also not a very respectful person, right? And very, very immature. And he lies a lot too. That's another thing, about the Ovens, right? I think that's why, like 2020, has been very biggest nightmare. Yeah, because God wants me, to stop causing problems in this world. I think that's why 2020 has to be released, in a very bad way, to tell people like, hey, you need to change your behavior, man. I'm just gonna punish you, even without other people doing it, right? I think that's why God got hella pissed. That's why 2020 was so pissed. Like, have to do everything, to make me get pissed off as hell, right? I think because mainly they want me to stop being Ovens, or Ovens needs to die or leave this world, man. Leave. Right? Yeah, get out of here, Ovens. Nobody likes you. Like, I'm sick of it. And yeah, just by being Ovens, like I noticed that every single time, like around January or February or beginning of the new year, like there's always been problem and I don't do well. Even in beginning of 2021, like I didn't do well. Beginning of 2020, didn't do well. Like every single year, around this time of year, like always didn't do well, and it's just that is the bad have Ovens, right? You know how the Ovens doesn't concentrate or focus very well, on education and stuff, something like that, or something important, is because he played video games, all the time. Yeah, that definitely, like when you procrastinate a lot or when you do something that's not very important or when you play a lot of video game, obviously you're not going to be, as much focus as you should be, right? It's common sense. It already explained there, right? Yeah, I definitely looking that, the negative consequence of playing, too much video game is that, yeah, I heard that, lots of kids, play lots of video games, for hours after hours, and they're just getting, really low grades, in school, right? That has happened to me, once, and I'm just saying, like, you cannot continue. Even though I graduate from school and stuff, and even though I have a lot of free time, but still, should not invest too much time on video game, right? And maybe once in a while, I gotta have to make a YouTube video, because just keep you guys, update about me, and that's why, I don't lose subscribers. That way, I can still entertain you guys, right? I know that a lot of subscribers or people have lost interest in my videos, Lately, yeah, because I don't put, you know, too much work into it, you know, due to laziness and all that stuff. That's another thing, you know, with the Ovens is that he's also, you know, tends to be very lazy too, right? Thinking he's God, like whenever he does something good, like he thinks he's God, and you're not God, man. You're nothing. That's what you are. And when you try to compete, you know, to beat the Ovens or beat somebody, like you're most likely gonna fail because you don't know anything. You have very low IQ, and many more, right? Yeah. So that's it for this video. I think I want to end it off here. I just want to enjoy my day and gotta peace out, you know, and say bye bye to the video, and you know, and just comment below, like if you have, you know, more things to, you know, add to this video, you know, that will help me to strongly encourage me to be the new Vince, right? Strongly. So thank you for watching this. Peace out.